On today's adventure, something terrible happened, and I think it's important for me to tell you. So Brittany and I were kind of far away from each other, but I heard her yelling to come over. When I caught up to where she was, I found this mask and snorkel on the ocean floor, and I figured that's what she was showing me. After that, I went back to looking for fishing weights and other lost objects, and Brittany called for me again. I finally caught up to her, and I wondered what she needed. She was following this turtle, and I was like, so what? We see turtles all the time. And then she was like, no, you have to look at this one. So I got up closer, and I realized that a hook was lodged into his fin. The way he was hooked up, it looked like it might be impossible for me to take it out, but I had to try. By the way, I posted the full raw clip of this rescue attempt on my YouTube channel if you want to go watch the whole thing. So when I finally got close enough to the turtle, he was still sitting pretty deep underwater, so I dove down to see if I could get close enough to grab the fishing line that was hanging off of him. He started swimming away as fast as he could, probably thinking that I was a predator and that I wasn't actually trying to help him. Luckily, he didn't swim too far away, so when I went up to catch my breath, I was able to still keep an eye on him. As we swam along together, I realized that he needed to get a breath of air, but he wouldn't do it if I was close to him. I realized that if I could hold him down a little bit longer and make him a little bit more tired, I might be able to catch up to him and grab the fishing line and finally pull it out. So normally you would never see me do this, swimming with my hands, but I was basically going freestyle as fast as I could. As he came up to finally take his breath, I realized this might be my chance, and so I lunged as hard as I could and tried to grab the fishing line, but he just barely evaded me. I tried to chase him down, but I was so out of breath, I knew that there was no way that I would catch up to him. So I stayed at the surface breathing for a while, watching him, seeing what he would do, and I realized that he was also resting. As I watched him sitting there about 30 feet deep, I thought about how maybe I couldn't do it, maybe it's too deep, Brittany's not nearby to help me, and maybe I should just give up. But then I thought about how much pain that turtle must be in, and how much better he would feel if the hook was out, so I dove down and swam up to him carefully and slowly, and finally got close enough with a quick kick to grab the fishing line. It was so sad because I knew that when I grabbed it, it was going to hurt him so much more, but this was the only way that I could get it out. So I dragged him up to the surface so that we could both breathe, and he was fighting me like you wouldn't believe. After tossing and turning for quite a while, and a few tries by him to bite my hand, I finally got a grip on the hook. It was hard to grab him anywhere else though, and he lunged at me again and tried to bite me, and I had to let go. This turtle could easily bite my fingers off. We kept going at it for a while, and finally I got another grip on the hook, and this time I grabbed his fin, and he finally relaxed while I carefully removed the hook. It took a while to get the barb unlatched, but finally I did it, and when the hook came out and I looked at this turtle in the eye that was finally free, it felt like an eternity. I let him go, and he swam off, and hopefully now he's free to live a long and healthy life. The hook was absolutely massive, and I would hate to have that thing stuck in me. Okay, that's all the stuff we saw. Bye.